Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Fatal Frame with Rensei. This is episode 2 and we are going to get right back into it. We found a tape recorder at the end of the last episode and we need to figure out what that does. It is covered with dust, but it seems to work. And it comes with a white tape. So the tapes are basically little story elements in this game. You can listen to them. And they'll give you a little bit of an idea of some of the characters that are now ghosts in this mansion. Let's go ahead and give White Tape 1 a listen. I'll be right back afterwards.
September 9th, 5:40 p.m. The mansion was nowhere to be seen on the map, so we finally had to ask the locals how to find it. They told us that Himuro Mansion had been empty for several decades now. The same ones who told us where it was also warned us not to come here, which was quite disconcerting.
White tapes are associated with Ogata, which is the ghost we've been following so far. He is the one that was talking about the ropes at the beginning. And also the one who was talking about the key outside. I keep getting stuck on doorways. I believe there's an item right here, yes. It's very hard to see though. It's an herbal medicine. And if we come down here, it is possible to get that guy if you move in a very specific way. I usually miss it, as I did in this case. Oh. Let's give this a shot. I'm pretty sure you gotta aim back into this corner. Awesome. This house is infested with ghosts. Alright, this is the first real ghost fight versus Ogata. It is not that hard. In fact, it is incredibly easy. Oh, our camera seal has been broken. With that, we can power up some of its stats, which as I have said every single time, I will show you rather than reading that. In here we can go in the camera menu. We can change our loaded film in here. We only have the one type right now. We can change our basic performance. Our options are range, which is going to make it so that we can capture the ghosts within a larger circle. Speed, which is going to charge that bar at the bottom faster. Max value, which changes the maximum value of that bar and therefore the amount of damage that you could possibly do. We also have bonus functions. Pressure, which pushes ghosts back. I don't like this one that much. Slow, which slows down ghosts' movements. This is the best one. C, which makes ghosts more visible. I think there's one fight in which this is useful, otherwise it's utter garbage. I never learned this one. Paralyze, which I don't remember why this is bad. I believe while they're paralyzed you can't take pictures of them, if I remember correctly. Either way, I never use it. I don't remember why. And Search, which will automatically turn you to face a ghost. Certain situations it's useful, but again, slow is so good. And there are also special functions. We don't have any of these yet. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my max value and my speed. I usually start out trying to max those two. Oh, I almost forgot to pick up the item. It is a white tape number 2. Let's go ahead and hop into the menu and give that one a listen.
September 9th, 9:40 p.m. It seemed dangerous to walk through the mountain at night, so we decided to spend the night here and continue our work. I've been through several rooms already. Unlike the exterior, the interior is still in quite good shape. A little earlier, I thought I saw a white, shadowy figure of a woman in the hallway near the entrance. I'll keep track of such sightings and publish them in a later account.
All right, let's proceed. That just reminded me that I haven't actually discussed that marker in the bottom right. I don't know if we've had any tutorials over it because I've skipped them all, but let me go ahead and explain it now. If it turns blue, that means that there is a puzzle element nearby that you need to take a picture of, that or one of those static hidden ghosts. If it turns orange, it means that there is either one of those moving ghosts or a hostile ghost nearby. I hate the sounds in this room. Just get out of here. Since ghosts are incorporeal, they can move through the walls, so be careful of that. This guy is really weak though, always goes down in one hit. That's actually not true. I lied to you, but for most of the fights with him, he does go down with one hit. There's no reason to go back there. Let's proceed this way and back to the main hall. To go back to where that lion mask was, where we picked up the herbal medicine. And we need to be on it. And we get the red hand mirror. And we can take that back to that hand mirror stand and put it in there. There's a lot of this backtrack, get item, backtrack, get... Oh. Got him. A lot of times these ghosts will leave items whenever they disappear. So let's go check and see. That cutscene is just great. It's one of the things that shows why this is a superior horror game to many others. They are not afraid to just throw a scene in there where you think you're going to get scared and nothing happens. And then you walk just away, there's nothing to worry about at all. Except for that. I saw it turn orange for a moment there at the end. That may have been a bug. A lot of times what'll happen though is you'll take a picture of one of those static ghosts and then it'll become a hostile one after you take a picture of it. So I was worried that was what was happening there. That's why I stopped. Anyway, let's proceed to the hand mirror. And actually interact with it.
It's that person I just saw. The ropes.
Alright. Oh shit. He's kinda in that picture. You should give that to me. See, this is what I was talking about, where you'll have... That was a static ghost there, he was not hostile at that moment. But once the picture opportunity is over, he is now hostile. And this time it's going to take more than one hit. He's leveled up. This happens a lot. He is probably in the walls somewhere. Yep, there he is. And you have to just kind of wait until he decides to come out. There's nothing stopping me from just taking pictures while it's blue. And in that case it would have actually been a good idea. Except that it does slightly less damage. Oh, he's getting tricky, dude. I've never seen anything like this before. That was quite the move. Yeah, see, it does 90 damage as opposed to, I think it was doing 120 before. Alright, we got him. That fight was almost tough. It wasn't, but it was almost. Alright, we got a Spirit Stone. These are used for your special functions. Each time you use the special function, it costs a Spirit Stone. One of the reasons, again, pressure isn't that useful because you have a limited number of them. Also, you tend to want to be close to the ghost so you can get more of those shutterbug moments, as they're called in this, or fatal frames in later games. Thought I saw an item, but I was lying to myself. Alright, let's proceed out this way. We did get that key. Not 100% sure what it opens. And this being a PS2 horror game, that means we're going to Silent Hill it up and check a whole bunch of locked doors until we find the right one. Or we would anyway, if there were that many doors to pick from. But there are really only two, and one of which we've never actually gone to, so... One door. It's this one. Opening doors in this game is really solid too. Resident Evil did it as cutscenes, so you're never really that afraid, but in this one there could be a ghost on the other side of that door literally every time you open it. Anyway, reading time. Secret Rituals of the Himuro Family. Many rituals and customs have been passed down through generations of the Himuro family. Most of them are lost. The only things we have left now are some documents that record these rituals as a legend. Hardly any of the oral history remains. This is because all Himuro family members are dead, and those who were close to the family have kept quiet about the ritual. One ritual in particular, performed on December 13th, is shrouded in mystery. People who lived near the mansion stayed inside on that particular day, and even now it is considered bad luck to leave the windows open on that date. I can only assume that this is due to the cruel nature of the ritual, but the truth remains unknown. Alright, more herbal medicine. Let's give this door a look. Let's leave it outside, where we can hang with this ghost lady. For a moment. She gets real tired of our company pretty quick. We will eventually be able to go out here, but this is our first glimpse of the outside, and it is incredibly dark. Let's go back inside. Maybe. There we go. And there's a door here. Interesting place for a closet. And it has Type 37 film. That's the second level of film. It's stronger than Type 14. And is fairly soon going to become necessary to deal any real damage. This right here is the next main ghost of Chapter 1. I wish I remembered her name, but I'm sure it'll come up. August 27th. The more I find out about Himuro Mansion, the creepier it gets. I'm sure it's the perfect subject matter for Mr. Takamine's next book, but to be perfectly honest, I don't like this assignment one bit. It gives me a bad feeling. There's no way I want to go to that mansion, but it's my job, right? I guess I'll have to go, and I wouldn't want to waste the chance to work with Mr. Takamine just because of a little bit of uneasiness either. It doesn't help I have this sixth sense for the supernatural either. There's such a thing as knowing too much sometimes. Sixth sense may be one of the hardest things to say in the entire English language. You never know it until you try to say it. Sixth sense. It's very hard.
Mafuyu. Wait.
This ghost is amazing. I believe it's a he. He's incredibly creepy. And in order to get orange shots on him, you have to actually aim down, which is challenging. He's actually incredibly fast. Most of the ghosts in this game move either fairly slowly or they'll teleport, but he just moves. How did I miss? Whenever you get caught, there's a button you're supposed to hit. I've never bothered to learn which button it is. I just mash buttons until they let me go. And if you mash whatever the correct button is at the moment that they grab you, then you will get away without taking any damage. This might be one of those instances where I just have to give up on the orange shots and just hit him. I find this guy really hard. Definitely one of the hardest ghosts in the game. Just because he moves so quick. And he moves in weird ways. Increasing your circle range helps with this quite a bit, but he's not one of those ghosts that shows up so often that you should plan specifically for him. Alright, now I'm lost. I ran circles around here. Let's figure out where are we going. Let's try the store right here. Now this right here is a weird puzzle, especially for Americans. The symbols on these buttons are fairly old, if not ancient, Japanese kanji for numbers. They go in this order: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0 again. And you have to input the date or number or whatever associated with the clues. We actually have the hint or a hint towards the solution to this puzzle already, but it's not the hint that they want us to have, so we are going to continue on and pretend like we don't know the answer yet. This blue thing is actually on the other side of this wall. Every time I walk into this room, I pull my camera out and then realize I gotta walk all the way around. Strangling ritual. On the 13th day of the 12th month, a maiden cut off from the outside world for 3,669 long days shall be torn apart to provide power to the rope. The ropes. Yeah. This is another puzzle that shows up pretty often. There'll be a talisman on a door, you take a picture of it, it'll show you some other place. Generally a place we've seen before, although in this particular instance we have not seen that place yet. And then you go to that place, take a picture of it, and the talisman will burn off and you'll be able to open the door. September 11th, 6:30 a.m. I saw that woman in the white kimono again. She's trying to tell me something. She knows I have this special sense for ghostly things. The woman's name is Kyrie. So it's Kyrie, huh? I shouldn't get any closer than this. I don't want to get any closer. I'm scared. Alrighty. Let's head out this way, and out this door. And back to that room, as we now have the solution to that puzzle they actually wanted to give us. If you remember from the research paper, it said that it was held on the 13th day of December, but they wanted to pick up that other tablet that said it was the 13th of December for us to put in. The strangling ritual is held on the day of 13/12. And that will unlock the door. I really didn't need the help. I was going to enter the room anyway, little girl, but I appreciate it. This is one of the few rooms in here where there are boxes around that have items in them. For the most part, searching boxes is a waste of your time. Like that. But there are, on the rare occasion, something, so if you wanted to go mashing X around on things, you will find things on the rare occasion. They really want us to solve this puzzle. They even gave us the blue "there's a puzzle here" indicator. There we are. We're gonna go ahead and climb this ladder, even though it takes 100 years. And sneak around the backside here to get a spirit stone. Special functions I don't tend to use too much in this game. That's probably to my detriment. But spirit stones we will always have way more than we need. The same thing is probably true of higher level film, although I have certainly run out in playthroughs before. Alright, so we got that talisman lifted, so let's head over to that door. Hopefully no ghosties appear. Ghosties. In between here and there. Nope, we're solid. And that's going to do it for the second episode. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you're enjoying this series and what else you'd like to see me do. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.